Hi, and welcome to the Simple Logistics channel. So today I'm going to show you all a new tool that I found on the internet. It's a tool that's freely available for amateur use. So if you need to calculate or simulate how many of your products you can fit inside a sea container, you can use this calculator, which is free and available online. If you have to do that once a month or something like that, you can do that. You can do that for educational purposes also, as we are doing here. I understand that if you have to use that for professional use, you'll have to use regularly. Then you have to pay a fee. But it is, as you're going to see, it is worth it. It's a very nice tool, a very nice calculator for container loads. So especially for import export business companies, it's very important to have one such simulator. So without further ado, I'm going to share that in my screen. It's called peer-to-peer. So it is located in peer-to-peer.com. They have a 3D load calculator. They have actually several tools. You can get quotes for sea freight and so forth. But the best tool that they have online is this 3D load calculator. I use it sometimes. I used to do loading, vanning, calculation by hand in the past or using spreadsheets. But this is definitely better and faster also. Most important is faster. What I'm going to do is I'm going to input to create a simulated shipment here with two types of boxes, and we'll see how the simulation works. So first you type a reference here because it will save your calculation. So I'll save this as export number 2, start calculation. Then you have to input the type of box or the type of package that you want, that you are going to use. So you can add cylindrical cargo, or you can add a box type of cargo. So I'll use box for the simulation, and I'll name them as our box type number 1. And this is going to be a small package. I'm going to use international metric standard. You can input the length, width, and height here as centimeters, or you can use imperial units. So I'll keep the metric units here. And the box type number 1 is going to be a small box, the size, approximately the size of a shoe box. So 30 centimeters length, 25 centimeters width, and 20 centimeters height. Quantity, I'm going to load 2,000 of those inside a container, and they are going to weigh 2 kilos per box. It's counting the product inside and the package itself. And these boxes are going to have a green color, this bright green. They can rotate, they can be stacked. Good. And I'll add now here box type number 2. And box number 2 is going to be a bigger box. It's going to measure 50 centimeters per 50, 30, And the quantity I want to put of this box is 1,000 inside a container, and they are going to weight 3 kilos. And they are going to be shown in this blue color here. They can rotate, they can be stacked also. Everything is good. So I click next. Then you can choose to load all these boxes as on pallets first, and then inside the C container, or you can load them as bulk cargo. So I will choose load as bulk cargo, and you can choose any one of these types of containers. There is the 20 dry container, the 40 dry cargo container, and the 40 high cube container. I'm not sure, but I think they have the reefer option here also. Yeah, they do have reefer option. They have some other options here, but I'll stick to the 40-foot high cube container because it's the one that is used the most these days, especially for a light cargo as the one that we chose to simulate here. I'm going to stick for here with the 40-foot high cube container. And I'll click next. Then you have to choose what kind of rotations that the simulation can do with your boxes. So I'll tell it, this kind of a rotation is probably allow the boxes to open because they are shoe boxes. So I'll not allow these kind of rotations here. Turn up and turn to the side. No, only the standard 0 90 degree rotation. And the loading direction from floor to top. Always. Because this distributes weight more evenly. And, another tip here, crane operators at ports, you make their life easier if the cargo inside the container is balanced. If you have a container with all the cargo, all the weight concentrated in one side, then the center of gravity is not the same as the geometrical center. So it's harder for people at the port to handle these containers, so it's more prone to accidents. Okay, then I'll click next here, and it will start simulating my load, and it will tell me how many containers do I need to export this quantity of packages. I hope one container will do because of the quantities I entered, but let's see. Yes, success. I can put everything inside one 40-foot high cube container. So, and this is the arrangement. So it tells me where to put my big boxes, the box type number 2, and where to put my small boxes, the box type number 1, and how to mesh them, how to nest them inside the container. You see, to be almost completely fully packed the container. This is great because then the boxes will not move from side to side or from to bottom. This is good. It will avoid damage at the boxes. You will not need to put a lot of ropes here, nets and everything to hold these boxes into position. So great, this arrangement. And one of the greatest things here, you can print a stuffing report in PDF, to help the forklift guys or the people that's going to do the loading here. You can create a stuffing report to help them. It's almost as a cargo map and how they have to nest the cargo inside the container. So great. And we are going to have a payload of 7,000 kilos. inside the container. The container has a capacity for 28,000 kilos, so it will not get anywhere near the capacity. You are almost full as far as cubic utilization goes, but you're not using the whole container capacity in payload, and this is good to not create problems for road transportation, and the destination road transportation. You know, from port to door, and you don't want you know, thing that you don't want is to receive penalties for, you know, overweight cargo country. Yes. So I can tell you from my experience that you don't want to, you know, mess around, be near these limits here. Otherwise, you get, you know, these penalties at you know, roads. So this is a great tool for planning how to stuff, how to load a container. It's really helpful, really fast. So I recommend everyone to use these. There are some other loading calculators online also. This is the one I use the most. So this is what the one that I recommend people to use. But anyway, if you find another tool and you think it's easier to use or something like that, just give us some feedback in the comments, and we'll check it out also. Okay, this is my tip for today. Thank you guys for following our channel. I'll see you all next week here. Okay, see you. Bye.